Blessings to all. Share this YouTube for everyone to see and kick the neck.
52. Chullapaska Jojanaka. Vaime Theva Puriso, Thanibindeya Pandito Pasmi Wohing Ethanang, Urkathala Mabhatanti. Moreover, once upon a time, Tiloguru Buddha lived and worked in Jetavanarma. A resolute monk called Arabhyades Jatak. Its present story and past story are described in detail in Mahajanaka Jatak. In this Jatak, the king of Chula Janka, who is the king of Chula, said to Parshad on the throne placed under Dhawaljatra. The Purusha desires to reach Nishtava. Even wise men do not wonder if these names can be made. That's me. I climbed out of the water and looked at my wonder. If a man exerts himself, that effort will be fruitful. He saw the man who swam from the ocean and saw the land with vigor. In this Jatak too, the monk who had the courage to hesitate reached the fruition of Arhat. He said to himself that if the king named Janaka was born, I would be Thiloguru Samyak Sambuduraja. '53. Purnapati Jatak. Thathiva Punnapatiyom, Ignayant Vatate Kho Aru Kenar Janmi, Navain Bhaddika Surati. Moreover, once upon a time, in the Ashta-Pashat, the omniscient one with unbroken knowledge was working at Devram Vehera. He said this Jatak after drinking a poisoned liquor. At one time, the Sura Dhuti who lived in Savat city gathered in one place and said that our Sura had declined. They discussed how to get the prize. Then one of the harsh rascals said that they have no mind, but one trick. When he said what was the trick, Anepidu Mahasitana put on the seal of Angushta, put on Matasilutu clothes and went to the Upasthana to the king. When Anepidu Mahasita, who was always sitting in the drinking hall full of medicines, so that we could disenchant the wine bowls in the wild, when the great lord came, he sent them like this, and he made them drink the liquor and brought the Angushta seal and the clothes of the disenchanted ones and said, Mila karam hai. Hearing that, Suradhutya accepted his words as good and said so. When the Lord came, he went forward, Lord, come down here very close to us. There is the Sura of the mind. They said to drink some of it and send it. Why does Anepidu Mahasitana, the noble disciple who has reached the fruit of Sovan, consume alcohol? Those who did not want to examine these dhunis, those who had gone to the land of Surajannana and saw their actions, knowing that this raha was applied by them for the same reason, from now on, these dutas will be fruitful from here. Drink it and get drunk thinking it's a robbery is the boat Saraha Hunahu. Did you color this liquor in the morning? Not one of the thermals tries to drink the osor. So he scared those Durtyas that if this poison was applied, he would make them die. So he drove them away from there and went to his house and told Sarvajna about the matter done by the Dhuhyans. Says the Almighty, the householder now those officials wanted to cheat you. Vadura Anepidu Mahasita said that even before, they wanted to cheat the wise, and he said up to the previous speech. On the last day, when a king named Brahmadatta was ruling the city of Varanasi, our Lord Bodhisattva was a resident of Varanasi. At that time too, these dutas used this method of incantation and used poison in the liquor, and when they came to Banaras, they went ahead and said the same way. The people of Banaras didn't like it and wanted to check their actions and wanted to do something like this. As if thinking that he will drive them out of here. Venerable Dhurta, it is not proper to go to the royal residence drunk. I will know when I see Raji Juruvan and come back. He went to the royal service and came back saying that he was a Hindu here. Dhuti saw the coming Sita and said, Lord, send him here. Hearing their words, he went there and looked at the poisoned bowls and said, Dear Dhurta, I don't like the action of the stock. Your liquor jars are just as they are filled. They are just praisers of liquor and drinkers of Noma. Therefore, if this liquor was preferred, they would also drink it. He said as if to break their mind that this liquor is poisoned. The wine glasses are as full as when I left. Whether there is a story in praise of this surah, the nurse is another. If you are intoxicated by this alcohol, then drink it. If you drink, there are fewer bowls. Not one of you was drunk. Therefore, this alcohol is not good. Fearing that poison was used, Dupaya destroyed it and drove away from there. Our great Bodhisattva died and went to the next world after having done charity for the rest of his life. Lord Buddha, who was a sage, took this sermon and finished the Jatak Dharma. At the same time, the Dhurtas were known as Dhutas. He said to himself that if I was born in Varanasi, I would be the king of Tilunguru Samyak Sambudu.